So I'm making this video separate from another one I made earlier about sort of a dramatic friendship kaputness that happened earlier today. Not dramatic, but it was emotional, which I don't tend to be very emotional. I tend to laugh a lot, I tend to smile a lot, but I'm not necessarily emotional, which is probably tied into why I eat in unhealthy ways, because I eat instead of feel. So anyway, I had this kind of emotional thing happen today, and I noticed that what happened is, well, first of all, my days always start pretty healthy in terms of being like on a healthy eating plan, which for me means either low carb or keto, and not because I think that's the best way to lose weight, but it's number one, the only way for me to lose weight. I mean, the only way I've successfully lost weight more than 15 pounds has been through low carb eating. For me, it also feels healthier. I have less heartburn. It's just something I can sustain, and that's the part about healthy eating, right? Is something that you can live with. I can live with low carb things. I can live a low carb life. So anyway, I tend to eat that way during the day until I don't. It's either on and then it's not. And I really don't want diet advice, by the way. That's not why I make these videos. I have lost over 100 pounds twice. The physical part of losing weight is not the problem. Right now I'm working on kind of the inside, because that's the part that keeps allowing me to get fat again. I'm also working a little bit on the outside as well, but I can usually lose weight fairly easily. So I'm not really looking for diet advice. Anyway. So, not looking for diet advice, but anyway, so I eat healthy, but I've been planning, like the next rush, like the addicts or the gamblers get, I'm planning my next rush, and then the emotional friendship kaput thing happens, and I just feel, sad, and I cried, and I was upset too, and just annoyed by the whole thing, and annoyed is the wrong word, but I was just, like, grievous. I just felt the whole thing sucked, and so I had to feel these emotions, and it was like my hunger, not physical hunger, but my personal hunger to satisfy those serotonin things, the thing in me that makes me think food is the answer, even though I know intellectually it's not. That thing went from, like, planning the next eating to just gone. It was like I only had room for high emotions or that drive to get food. And here I am, it's like 10, almost 11 at night, and, I'm sure I'm in for the night. I have no real desire to go out there, even though I was probably out there. No, I was out there getting something about 10:30 last night, but not tonight. And I think some of that is because there's been that emotional release. Obviously, I do not want to go around having negative emotions all the time, and I don't want to go around having emotional releases all the time. I don't even really know what that would look like or what that would mean, but it seemed notable to me that on a day when I have some significant emotions, in this case some significant negative emotions, then all of a sudden that urge to binge is gone. I don't know if it's binge, but it's eating more than I should and eating foods that aren't healthy for me. So I guess part of this whole journey is that I want to take note of those things, and in some ways you want to figure out how to harness that, even though obviously it's not a direct harnessing, because I don't want to harness having negative emotions, and I don't want to harness high emotional life, but clearly expressing emotions is something that kind of counterbalanced food for me, which is notable. It's also worth noting, I suppose, that negative emotions aren't necessarily what drive me to eat things that I shouldn't, or eat in a way that I shouldn't. I don't really think any food is necessarily bad, except that stuff I'm allergic to. But yeah, I wanted to take just some time out to make this video, mostly to take the time out to acknowledge that that it isn't negative emotions that seem to drive me to eating. Maybe it's not expressing them. I don't know. It's a journey, and that's what happened.